Here's my giant pile of pallet wood. I'm going to be using this to make the top of my cart. Now I'm going to run all the pieces through the table saw and make them roughly 1.5 inches wide. This is about the thickness I want the top of this cart to be. Now I'm going to be chopping all the ends off of these so that they're square. Alright, it's the next day. I'm going to go ahead and unclamp this and see how it turned out. Now, I did this in 2 separate pieces so that I could send each piece through the planer to get the thickness I want. And then I'm going to glue them together. Now I'm going to glue these 2 pieces together, and then after they're dry, tomorrow, I'm going to fill any of the voids with some epoxy and some sawdust. Alright, this has been sitting for a couple days. Now it's time to unclamp it and give it a good sanding. I'm going to be sanding it using my orbital sander, starting with 120 and then going to 220. We're going to do 24 inches on this. I needed more power to get through this glue, so I busted out the belt sander. I got some broke down pallet wood that I'm going to be using to make the frame of this cabinet. I went ahead and reinforced the joints using screws. So I'm going to be building this upside down. This is the top. It's flipped over, and I'm going to be attaching this piece on there. I'm going to glue and screw it onto the base of this. And then after that, I'm going to build the side supports and then attach this other piece at the bottom of the cabinet. I'm putting some blocks on the bottom of this so that I could have something to screw the wheels onto, since the frame of the cabinet is pretty small. I'm going to put this block right there so that I could screw into it. I planked down some fence pickets to build the sides of the cabinet. Something's not 100% completely square. As you can see here, either my table saw fence is not set square or this thing is not square, but now I'm going to glue and nail the side panels and back panel on. So I'm going to glue this door frame together, and as you can see, I messed up on cutting this part right here. I was going to put a pocket hole right there, but I cut this rabbet out too far, so just going to glue them together. And with the panel glued in, I think it should hold up. Alright, so since I jacked up the rabbet on this and made it too long, I drilled little holes with my Forstner bit, and I'm going to insert these little plugs from a dowel rod in there. Hopefully that'll reinforce it enough to hold it together if it gets closed hard. I know this is not really the way you're supposed to make these kind of doors, but I'm just going to glue these panels into the center of the door. Now these are plain down fence pickets. Alright, I have some lag bolts and some washers, and I'm just going to drill a pilot hole into the wood and then secure the planer to the bench top. There it is, guys. There's the finished product. We have locking wheels on the bottom to lock it in place. We have a little bit of storage in there. The outfeed piece here is the same height as my workbench table.